The dramatic suspension of Ant Group's mega IPO could just be the first blow. Once China's fintech darling, regulators have grown uncomfortable with parts of Ant's sprawling empire. New draft regulations for online lenders could upend everything from the company's business model to its mammoth valuation.
I would say that it's actually a continued trend to curb the rapid increase in this sector. However, some companies in this sector, they probably has already discussed and negotiated with the regulator and trying to follow these rules, but maybe Ant is an exception.
If you're outside of China, you might not get what all the fuss is about. But inside China, Ant Group's Alipay may well be more important than your wallet. The digital payment and merchant service has more than 700 million monthly users. Ant Group, which is backed by billionaire Jack Ma, now has an empire ranging from insurance to wealth management to its cash cow consumer lending business. The IPO suspension is a big setback for investors, big and small, who scrambled to get a slice of the listing. Individual investors alone put in bids worth a whopping $3 trillion across Hong Kong and Shanghai. That's equivalent to the GDP of the UK.
Here in Hong Kong, about a fifth of the population put in bids for shares. From taxi drivers to students and young professionals, people used their savings and borrowed heavily from banks and brokerages for what they saw as a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity.
Ant has said it will refund investors their application money. Many are still angry, but not necessarily at the company itself.
I think this situation, really reveals a deep-rooted problem in the Chinese market. That's first, this is not enough experience of holding an IPO, such a large IPO, and it doesn't have a clear regulation of examining an IPO to list on a to be public list.
Whether or not investors hold a grudge, there's change of foot now that China's cracked the whip.
They face challenges on whether they change their current business model, or they will see a big decline in their current loan facilitation or their revenue and profits. So I would say that it's quite serious, but they still have other options. So it largely depends on how good their negotiation with the regulator.
Some investors thought Ant Group represented the future of banking. Now its future is in the hands of regulators. Analysts reckon it could take months to get the IPO back on its feet, regardless of how hard it believes. Michelle Hennessy, TRT World, Hong Kong.